everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and we are gonna continue on with our healing folio today. And I think what I want to do next is make the removable journal. So that is page 13, and I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting this out. And it says the cover for the removable journal. So trimming that off. And then you're going to want to find whatever papers you want to put in, and it's up to you how many pages and all of that. I'll show you the one from the prototype that I did. And I just used different papers, different sizes, some scrapbook paper, some tea dyed, or rather coffee dyed brown, things like that. Graph paper, some paper that I had jelly plate printed on. And it looks like I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces of paper. And I used my ruler that tears an irregular edge on some of them. So that is what we want to do. So I guess I'll aim for the same thing. And I also used jelly plate printing for the inside of the cover, which came out really good, I think. I like it a lot. So I might just do that again. And then it just slips in here like this into the journal. So first, I guess I will score it. It doesn't look like I had it marked, so I'm gonna put a fold in it so I can use my scoring board. And hope this works. Okay, so here we are at the jelly plate, and I'm going to use some flamingo coral and then this warm pink, and I like this green, so I'm going to use that, and of course white. So I'm just going to try to use as little as I can because I usually get too much paint. See if I can. Especially that, I used that flamingo color the other day, and it was like, whoops, a little on the heavy side. Okay, use my roller. Okay. And I am just going to let that, I'm not going to do anything fancy. And use my little, see if I can keep from getting paint on this thing. It gives you a little bit more uniform of pressure. Oop, I got paint on it. Oh well. Pretty. And then I didn't get the very edge, but I'm going to use Distress ink to kind of cover that white flash on the edge. And go ahead and put a piece of paper on here and clean it off. That's kind of interesting in itself. I might go back and do another one on top of that later, but okay, so that is the cover. So I'm going to go back over to the other side and gather my papers. Throwing out here some papers that I have. So there's one that I did jelly plate printing on, and these are ones that I sprayed coffee over a doily, and just a sheet of music that I also used some stencils and some coffee on. Here's just a plain piece. Well, no, it's not. That's some more scrapbooking paper. Here's some that I used some mica sprays on. I don't know if you can see the shimmer on there. And some more of this kind of paper, some lined paper. I got an old children's book that's fallen apart that I took a page out of. And then here's graph paper and a piece of plain paper. That's actually 2 sheets. So, okay, so I'm gonna stack it. Actually, I need to cut them down or tear them down to size. So I'll just start working on these. Tear the edges off. Let's see. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. Looks like about that much. And then just a little bit off of this will work. Okay, and then I'll do these 2 together. So looks like I just need a little bit. I'm just going to cut on the lines on this one, I think, since it's graph paper, and let it be straight. Ish. Oh, hope you guys are having a good craft day today. Having fun, making something, watching videos, whatever you enjoy. Let's see. That's almost exactly the size, but that's fine. And then this side, it needs to come, looks like the 3rd line from the bottom. So probably not the most perfect way to do it. Should probably use my paper trimmer, but okay. And this one I think will work as is. Wow, that's almost exactly the size. Well, it is going to stick out a little bit. Let's see, will that matter? No, I don't think it will. I'm going to leave it. Okay. And then this one needs just a little bit torn off. It's easier to tear on this side that's not quite that rough. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. This needs a little bit more. And I'm going to tear more off of this side, I think, because it's plain. And leave the lace. Yeah, just tear a little bit off of this. I'm going to leave it alone. It's just almost exactly the size. Gather these all together. And let's see. Actually, I better do them individually probably. Fold them in half. Gather them up. And just kind of spread them apart as far as I don't want 2 alike together, of course. And let's see. Try to get them centered, top to bottom. And actually, I'm going to move that up because if I do 3, I need 2 of them to hold. So I'm going to do that. And that, do the same thing with this one. Maybe I'll put this one down here. And this one. And this one. And maybe the middle one will be plain. Okay, so I've got those all folded up the way I want them. Move this up just a little bit. Okay. See how that looks with this. Whoops. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to take a clip it, get my another piece of foam, and I've got my waxed linen thread right here. So I'm going to cut about 2.5 times the length of the spine. 1, 2, 2.5. And oh, I got to get a needle. And if you've never done this, they have these bookbinding kits on Amazon. They used to be around $11 or $12, and you get needles and a bunch of other things with it. But I don't know what the prices are now. Everything seems like it's kind of gone up, so might be more than that now. Okay. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to push everything down, make sure everything is down in the center as far as it can go. And then I'm going to eyeball it, put a hole right in the middle. And you want to start your thread on whatever side you want the tails to be. So if you want the tails to be inside, tie a bow or put charms on, you would put them like that. Let me think for a second. I actually think I want it on the outside. So I'm going to put it up through the back of the journal. And then I'm going to leave a tail back here. And I'm going to take my awl and poke a hole here. Hoping I grabbed that sheet, the little short piece of paper, but I think I did. Okay. And then the only tricky part is this, where you try to go back through the same hole without stabbing your thread. So let's see if I can pull that off. Okay, I think I did. All right, and then come up here, pull everything tight, and poke a hole down at this end. You're just basically making a figure 8. If you've never done this before, it's not hard. Pull it through, take your needle off, pull everything tight and to the center, and tie a double, or in my case, a triple knot, because I can't seem to, I don't know what my deal is, but my knots keep slipping, so I've been tying triple ones just to be extra safe. Okay. And then I'm just going to tie a little bow and cut off the excess like that. And it is done, ready to go. Okay, so that is done. And actually, I think I'm going to stop here. It might be a short video, but that way we'll be able to have the videos in chunks and in the little pieces. So if you need to go look at a certain video on something, you'll be able to find it. So I will stop there. And thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.